Amazing parenting. We empower parents to positively impact their children.
Hello parents, Grace here with Amazing Parenting. It is such a pleasure to talk to you about parenting. I am so honored that you give me this opportunity to speak to you on parenting. I don't take it for granted. I count it a privilege. So my name is Grace and this is Amazing Parenting, and we are grateful to talk to you about parenting. We are happy to talk to you about parenting because it is such an important area of our lives. When we have children, becoming the right parent, not necessarily the perfect parent, but the right parent. There is a right way to parent children, and I count it a privilege to help us understand and get us on that path to the right way, to the possible right way of raising our children. So if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe, tick the notification bell, because on this channel, on this platform, we do everything regarding parents, whether you've got a newborn, a toddler, primary school, secondary school, university, college, they've left home, left school, you have adult children, you will find something on this channel to help you think, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's interesting to know. Oh, I'm going to use that. You will find something on this channel to help you build and strengthen your bond between you and your children. So like I said, like I always say, please go ahead and share this video with at least one other parent. So we are continuing helping our children to stay safe online. We're continuing that theme, that subject, helping our children to stay safe online, because like I've said, we're not going to remove our children's mobile phones. We're not going to, never allow them to go online. They are in the world where being online is quite normal for the majority of people. So let's continue. Let's talk about, we need to help our children not just to be safe online, but to not join online bullying, not to be part of, sometimes it's not your child that is doing the bullying, but they're in the WhatsApp group that somebody's being bullied. They're on the Facebook group that they're, maligning somebody or speaking negatively about somebody. So we have to explain to our children, you might not send the message that is negative or mean, but you're in a group that is doing it. We have to get our children to a point where they feel confident enough to leave the group or even speak up in the group and say, you know what, that's not right. We shouldn't really be saying that to him or saying that to her. And if the group is not agreeing with them, then give them the confidence to say, you know what, I'm not going to be part of this group anymore. It's important that our children understand that they cannot be part of cyberbullying. They cannot be part of any form of bullying online. Bullying online can push children and young people and even adults to suicide, to really harming themselves because of what they've read, what they've seen online. Because as we know, when something is online, it's on there forever. It's on there for a very long time. So we must explain to our children not to be part of any online group, any online association where they're maligning people, making people feel ashamed, putting people down, or even excluding people because, they behave a certain way. So let's help our children to recognize that we don't do those kind of things online. We don't gossip online. Okay, we must help our children to encourage positive digital use. And I've said this again and I'll say it again and again, what are they on their phone for? What are they using their devices for? Is it for learning? Is it for creativity? What are they using their phone for? And like we said, yes, they can use their phone for entertainment. Absolutely. They can use their phone just to chill. But is that all they're using their phone for? Phones nowadays can be used for so many things. Why would they use it for cyberbullying? Why would they use it to send negative comments? Why would they use their phone to bring another person down? So help them understand that their phones can be used for such great things, for encouragement. They can make videos, just to encourage. They can say a word a day that will encourage somebody, a sentence a day that will encourage somebody. That's what their phones can be used for. Being helpful towards others, those positive connections that they can use their phones for. So let's help our children that Bullying online is a no-no. Zero tolerance for bullying online. And even bullying that is, you know, on the surface, it doesn't look like bullying, but when you look between the lines, it's bullying. It's negative. It's something that shouldn't be sent out to another person. So let's help our children recognize bullying online is a zero tolerance behavior that is not going to be accepted. And if you find your child in a group where cyberbullying or any kind of bullying is being known to, you know, be happening, as a parent, you need to be addressing it immediately, letting your child know it is unacceptable that they're part of a group that will be speaking negatively about somebody, even if you don't agree with what the other person has said, that you don't agree with them being part of a group in a group where somebody is being, you know, taunted or belittled. They should come out of that group or address those comments in the group to say it's not right. So if you as a parent, you know, you're going through your child's phone and you're going through their WhatsApp messages and you see, you know, swear words, you see, you know, profanity, you see, put a stop to it, address it immediately. And then look at children emotion. It surprises me how children, they are so susceptible to being emotionally manipulated online. We must be aware that our children are conscious that they're not being manipulated emotionally online. Or if you don't do this, I won't give you that. If you don't come here, I won't be here. All those kind of manipulative behaviors, our children must be aware of it, that their emotions are not being had online. Our children should be able to come to us and just talk about, oh, I've seen something online, or my friend said this online. Our children should be able to understand that they can take a break. Just take a break. Put your phone down for a couple of hours, 20 minutes. They must be able to take a break from being online. So help our children to recognize emotions. And then lastly, keep the conversation ongoing. It's not a one-time conversation, right? This is what your phone is for. Make sure you just phone me when you leave school. Make sure you just don't use your phone for negative. And then that's it. You never talk to them about social media on their phones again. It is a continuous conversation, not an everyday conversation where your child is constantly being badgered by you about social media, but it's a conversation. Every so often you're like, so what's happening on social media? What's the latest thing going on? And you're making it a conversation. It's not like, right, what's happening? What are you doing? Why are you doing that? It's a conversation. It's a conversation, and it's a two-way conversation, because you want to know, you want to hear what's happening, what they're doing on their phones, what they're using their phones for. So keep it a two-way conversation and keep it continuous. It's not a one-time conversation. It's not a one-time, I'm telling you this is what your phone is for, and then you leave them to it. No, it's a continuous conversation. So let's keep these mobile phones, the internet, online, let's keep these as conversations we're having with our children, because like I said, they've got the phones. You've given them the phones. So let's keep them safe online. Let's keep our children safe online, that they can enjoy having a mobile phone, and the mobile phone doesn't turn into something that they need to be afraid of because of the content that is coming out, the content that they are reading, the content that they are seeing. Okay, remember, all parents can be great parents. It's a journey, a continuous journey. We can be great, we will be great. It's a continuous journey, and we will get there. For sure, we will get there. Thank you for watching. Again, one parent. Thank you.
Amazing parenting. We empower parents to positively impact their children.